Level up, level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, level up, tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. I wanna ball. Waking up meant that he gave me a chance and I'm rolling the dice. I do it all. Living like I'm trying to go for the platinum trophy in life. Who can you call? Really nobody, so you should just follow me on your device. And know if she chilling with me, then it's bound to be chemical X and the sugar and spice. Game in the system, but game is the hobby. I'm probably cocky, but hot as wasabi. I mean, if it's beef, then you know where to find me. My niggas is ready and so is my body. You should be running and telling your posse and what's in the speakers and what's in your potty. And she trying to kick it, but this ain't karate. Just keep that shit down while I'm watching Tsunami. I ain't saying I'm a super nerd, but I told you when we got involved, my idea of a perfect date is a PlayStation and some alcohol. I was role playing on GTA. I'm a good guy, but I got it all. If the world should end, be the first to leave, but the last of us acting naughty, dog. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. I wanna ball. Waking up meant that he gave me a chance and I'm rolling the dice. I do it all. Living like I'm trying to go for the platinum trophy in life. Who can you call? Really nobody, so you should just follow me on your device. And know if she chilling with me, then it's bound to be chemical X and the sugar and spice. Game in the system, but game is the hobby. I'm probably cocky, but hot as wasabi. I mean, if it's beef, then you know where to find me. My niggas is ready and so is my body. You should be running and telling your posse and what's in the speakers and what's in your potty. And she trying to kick it, but this ain't karate. Just keep that shit down while I'm watching Tsunami. I ain't saying I'm a super nerd, but I told you when we got involved, my idea of a perfect date is a PlayStation and some alcohol. I was role playing on GTA. I'm a good guy, but I got it all. If the world should end, be the first to leave, but the last of us acting naughty, dog. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough.
Listen, I shout out to the floor hugger. Number one, for being on top of things, running the show, being on top of things, keeping things in order, and making sure we are doing what we're supposed to be doing. It is a Halloween episode that we did not announce last week, but it is happening. It is here. It is today. And as you guys can see in the middle already, we know who came looking the best, only because he's actually naked at the moment.
That's true.
Appreciate you guys coming through. With that being said, what's going on, people? Fame Entertainment here from LV1Gaming.com. Congratulations, you guys leveled up to 233. This is a double XP podcast. A lot to talk about tonight. We're talking leaks. We're talking moolah. We're talking remakes. We're talking exoduses. Is that a word? People exit?
Exodus.
Exoduses. If
Sure.
it's a word today, that's what I'm gonna go with. But first, let's go on to introductions. The man with the clamps, Citizen Sneak.
What's going on, everybody? I'm glad to be here. I was surprised. I didn't realize we were dressing up for this podcast. So I last minute, really quick, I actually took off my human costume that I wear normally every week. So I'm just being myself today. I figured that would be a nice delight for you guys. We got a wonderful guest here with us, who I will rely on heavily because I don't know if I'm gonna have anything interesting to say about our topics today, but I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna keep scuttling, man. That's what it's all about.
I wanted
Closet
this
raised.
podcast to get removed because you're naked right now.
Sir, if you don't tell people, they don't know. Okay.
Well, next
Not
up,
wrong.
my right hand man, the floor hugger with the hardest of ours.
What's up, everybody? I'm glad to be here with the boys and our guests, talk about some video game stuff, and look so good tonight. And I love you guys. Just getting it.
Next up, the number one reviewer at LV1Gaming.com. He gets all the big reviews. It's also tricking because he has the guns. Henry Cavill, what's going on, brother?
Hey, so Fame, I decided to be Henry Cavill, Man of Steel tonight, but my internet says I'm Superman 64 up in this bitch. So
Facts.
Oh,
Facts.
This is how you can tell that Chakalaka has spectrum.
I do.
Hey, listen, I got Spectrum too, but they got tired of me calling their ass.
Hmm.
Because it's bad. Spectrum, you do better. I say that, and I'm not gonna have internet next week. I
I
better.
was about to
chill.
say, unless
Yep.
unless they want to sponsor us, in which case they're the greatest ISP across the country, globally, whatever. It doesn't matter.
Of all times. Of all time. Next up, the co-host of Do a Shock and Sense podcast, also the page turners. He is a writer at LV1Gaming.com and a reviewer at LV1Gaming.com. Whoa, what's going on, my brother?
I woke up 10 minutes ago and I am
Hey.
ready to talk some games. Listen, we got in the panel, we got Gotham Knights, we got a Naked Crab, we got the Phantom, we got a Mon from Korra, I don't know. We got a special guest, and we got Bob the Bloodborne guy, and we got Jack the Jackie boy, and and look at that, we got the GOAT from Naruto. The only character you actually need to know about, and everyone else sucks.
Much.
But yeah, man, we out here talking some gaming. Is this gaming? Yes, it's gaming. Gaming.
We
Not a
don't
game.
talk. Well, we don't talk about video games because we don't play them.
Exactly. We got the consoles, but we don't play the games.
Yeah, we spent $500 just so we could say, listen, we want to talk about it. Last but not least, I guess it even I found this man on the Twitters because he is a growing content creator. Came across my page. I was like, yo, I gotta add this guy, and he posted dope content, doing amazing things. My homie
thank you.
Willie B.
What's good? What's good, y'all?
What's going on, man?
I'm all good. Nate, thanks y'all for having me. Bro, this lobster is it's crazy. I like this.
Oh, he gonna fight you for calling him a lobster.
I was about to say, we got Chris.
My bad,
Chris
my
calling me
bad.
a lobster in chat. We can ban that one too.
Ooh.
Gone.
Hey,
Nah,
nah,
that's-
Chris.
Y'all
Everyone
need to
does
recognize.
crab.
You need to recognize your cephalopods. Okay. Messed
Just
up.
the protagonist from that game, Aggro Crab. That's the new like Dark Souls crab game. You're that guy, right?
It's actually the
chat,
game's
Chris has
actually
really
called
beat the
Another
goat.
Crab's Treasure.
Let's
by
go.
Aggro Crab Studio.
Shout out to my boy Chris.
Willie, before we get going to the topics, right? Yeah, we got a lot to talk about tonight. We're talking God of War, we're talking Xbox Game Pass profitability because Phil Spencer was talking today. Willie B, I'm gonna come to you first, man. Tell us a little bit about yourself, about your content, and where people can find you at.
You can find me on all the little social media, the interwebs, at the Willie B. So THAWILLY and B. That's Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, YouTube, so Facebook, Instagram. There's so many social medias these days. I don't know. I can't keep track of them. I create gaming content. Gaming. I try to review games when I can, but if I play them, but like you say, we don't play games, guys. So, yeah, I just have a PC over here just for nothing. Yeah, I make gaming content. I stream Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. My friends over on Twitch playing different games from different titles. I'm a variety streamer, by the way. I don't just stick to like Call of Duty and crap like that. I get bored. So
Good
yeah,
one, the good one.
just play
You're
everything.
you're the interesting one.
There we go.
You're the
Hey, listen, Willie B is not in costume. That's my fault. I forgot to give him the memo, but he's here as Handsome Jack. Is that
There we
when you know
go.
who he's Handsome Jack? You know
Oh,
what I'm
I
saying?
forgot one
Black
thing.
Jack.
Shout out to the Up Collective. That's what Chris from. I'm part of the Up Collective. We gaming group over. We'll be on Twitch and everything like that. But yeah, we just create content stuff like that. So shout out to everybody that's in Up Collective in the chat. I see y'all.
That's what's up. So that's a struggle in a struggle. How did you not a mod? We gotta make struggle a mod. What is going on, struggle? Shout out to everybody that's watching. Do us a big favor. About to jump to the first topic, but before we do, what helps us out a lot are two things. Number one, hit that like button. Hit that like button, man. It goes a long way. Supporting people ain't always monetary. Hit that like button, number one. Number two, subscribe to the channel. We're trying to hit 2,000. We got some dope stuff coming here over the next couple. We're trying to hit 2,000 before the year is up. That is our goal. If you guys can help us out doing that, it'll be appreciated for sure, for sure. But first, I want to get to these topics. We're going to talk about Xbox Game Pass and its profitability. There's been a lot of conversation. I'm sorry, what was that?
I said Game Pass.
Game Pass. Sponsor us. Listen, there's been a lot of conversation across Twitter, across social media, articles, so on. Hold on.
We're good.
Okay. he said, okay, I see now also. I struggle, my bad. There's been lots of talk across social media, articles, things of that nature about Xbox Game Pass and it not being sustainable because it's not profitable. Big Phil Spencer came out and said, hey, we are profitable, 10 to 15% on the margin. We good. We are making money on Game Pass. He also came out, got dog, and talked about how the Game Pass on console, the subscribers have slowed down. But on PC, the things is rising. PC gamers are showing up and showing out for Xbox Game Pass. I want to start with you, Walt. Xbox Game Pass. We can stop saying it, baby. It's profitable. It is sustainable as of right now, but it is profitable. They are making money off of Game Pass. Your thoughts?
I mean, from my corner, because people hear, oh, Shotgun Sons, we talk PlayStation, then they associate to the gaming spaces of who even does Game Pass? What does Game Pass even offer? I mean, it offers revenue, it offers profit, and it offers a space for developers to put their games in and actually they incentivize and they have pros while putting it in there and they have benefits. And not only is it profitable, but you have developers actually talking about how grateful they are that their games are on there and how well it. I mean, this is all about. It feels like not only in terms of profit but exposure, because then for me, Game Pass has always been a try it and then buy it type deal. Like I'll try my games on Game Pass, and if I really like that game, I'll go and buy it. I like to think that I'm not the only one on that train. So this also is like a little stepping stone for a lot of people. I don't know what the mentality is. It's not profit. I don't. Because when people say, "Oh, I can try it for free," it's not for free. You're paying a subscription. That's not free. Like it's not a demo. It's not a trial. You're not gifted a code. You're not a journalist. That it's reviewing a code. You're some guy that's mad on Twitter. So like, I don't know. It's weird mentality, but I'm glad that how you said Big Phil is out here talking about it, because honestly, when he talked, that everyone shuts up, because people realize that there's actual benefits to this platform. I don't have Game Pass anymore as of 1 month.
Boo!
But listen,
tomatoes.
Yeah.
But this is why. It's because I think I played already everything that is on game, and I have the things that are in Game Pass that I really liked, and I'm just waiting, because like the big thing in the last couple of months was like Yakuza, Persona, all these things, all these Japanese developed games, and then these, I kind of own all of them already on either PC or PlayStation or Switch. So for Game Pass, it's, if I do the next month, maybe it'll be to try like Scorn. It'll be to try any upcoming games. It'll be, for now, I'm chill on the game because this is a subscription. I'm not just donating money, you know? I need to get some bang for my buck. And for now, I'm good for now, but I'm not bashing it, you know? If you're not using it, don't talk shit about it because you know, it's just you can support it without supporting it, if that makes sense. You know, you can talk about it without having to put your money there because I don't. That's crazy.
No, no, and I get it. Some people they look at Game Pass and they're not seeing that first party output to keep them going, right? And we know they got a lot of studios, like a lot of projects coming. When they get the ball rolling, if they drop a game a quarter, you know that's gonna keep people subscribed. But I think you know to their testament, they showed they're talking today about the revenue going up, and I think what's keeping people going, like what's gonna keep me subscribed right now, you got games like A Plague's Tale, you got games like High on Life.
Mm-hmm.
That's dropping in December, right? So that's going to
Silk
keep me
Song.
subscribed.
Silk Song going to Game Pass day one, and that's a huge indie game. That's being
Yes.
Am I the only one excited for Pentiment?
Hey,
Yep.
no, it looks kind of fire though. There's some story in there. There's some story. A lot of people crapped on it when it was announced at the showcase. People were like, "Oh, is this what they're working on?" And it's like, not everything has to be a AAA, boy.
No, that's fact.
True.
And Obsidian between Pentiment and Grounded, they're showing you,
Mm.
hey, we're not just. It ain't just about the outer worlds. It's not just about the avowed. It's not just about what they're working on. They're dropping a small, but Pentiment just, and that's the beauty of Game Pass. Like I can just, I may try it, but I have no excitement for it. But really, since you chimed in, I'm gonna get your thoughts on Game Pass, man. And it's coming out. Phil Spencer, they said we are making profit more so on the PC side right now because the Xbox gamer, as of right now, has kind of leveled out.
No, you got it. No, you didn't see the tweets after that. The tweets today, he said we making revenue, not profit. You know, they made sure they pointed that out for PlayStation. Yeah. But I ain't gonna say it like that because I don't choose either side. But yeah, he's making, like they say, Xbox is profitable. Like we can stop all the tweets, we can stop all the noise. That's the best value in gaming. Simple as that.
And you my good brother, you're subscribed to Game Pass, yeah?
Oh yeah, of course I'm subscribed to Game Pass.
I mean, and I think like especially for somebody like me, like Walt, you was in my stream, bro. I never played Persona, right?
Mm-hmm.
For a lot of people, this is their first
goat.
time. This is their first time, you know, being able to play the Persona franchise, and they're gonna do it in Game Pass. I think, again, granted, they gotta get the first party output rolling. But as of right now, I can see why it's profitable because for a lot of people, there's a lot of games in there they probably would never buy. Like I can never see myself going out and buying Pentiment. Never.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I wouldn't buy it either, even though I'm excited for it. I ain't gonna lie to you.
See, you see what I'm saying? So I'll go ahead and drop you this little 15 for my ultimate, and I'll play the. Some people say, "Oh, I would never have Game Pass for one game." It ain't about one game. It's about hundreds of games. I think people forget that.
But even if it's one game of a $60 game, you're paying 15, and if it's worth it, you pay the 60. So it's like I'm not doing it for one game. You're not paying $15 for one game to try it, and then you maybe try out. It's like even then, if you're telling me I'm paying 60 a month, no, it's not Nintendo with their 2 games a month deal. This is like an actual catalog of games, indies, triple A's, double A's, everything. You know, you got Energizer Bunny, you got everyone here. It's crazy.
Test it. If it's not your cup of tea, then keep pushing.
Exactly. Go try PlayStation Plus. The premium. Listen, I'm a PlayStation lover, but they need more games, man. That ain't it right now.
Delilah HD in the chat. What is going on? Delilah, Steph, Struggle, Dragon. I see y'all. I definitely see y'all chatting. Alpha some. I might have said that. I might have said that wrong. I do apologize. Chris, all y'all, man. Appreciate y'all for real. Hit that like button if you have not already. Fam look like motherfucking food, sir. So speaking of food, crab meat.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Mr. Krabs, your thoughts on Xbox Game Pass profitability?
Fire up that grill.
So, I mean, generally speaking, we have hard evidence that subscription service model type things are profitable, right? Netflix, Spotify, they're out there, they're everywhere, they're profitable if you structure them properly, right? And you know, I will say it is important to qualify the statement that Spencer made. Yes, he did use the word revenue. If you want to be technical, Revenue is gross, profit is net. So revenue is before expenses, costs, overhead, all that kind of junk, whatever you want to call it. But trying to separate out just Game Pass from all of their gaming operations and look at its revenue independent and find its specific profitability, I'm sure they can do that. We can't. There's no way for us without deep diving into their financial books to know. If he says it accounts for 15% of their gaming revenue, I think that's a pretty solid number.
Yeah.
And the thing about Microsoft is that they have other revenue generating aspects to their business. So even if the margin on Game Pass specifically is a little slim, if it's still green, they're going to keep pushing it and they're going to keep loving it and they're going to keep expanding it. So I think it's great. I love the service myself. I've talked about it before. I think it provides great value. I'm a Game Pass Ultimate user. I like the fact that I can do it on my PC or my console, and it comes with Xbox Live Gold as well. So for me, it's just all around value. And so you guys were saying, like the people who say you don't buy Game Pass for one game. I disagree entirely. You absolutely buy Game Pass for one game, but then you stay for all the other games. It's kind of how
That's
it
true.
is that's what gets you is you see that one title where you're like, oh shit, I do really want to pay that. And paying a $15, if you do Ultimate, paying $15 subscription fee for a month, which in a time frame you'll likely beat most games in a month if you're dedicating a decent amount of time to it. That's a much better idea than spending 70 or 60 and turns out you don't like the game and then you're kind of screwed. But what happens with Game Pass is you spend that 15, you play the game, you like it. If you want to keep it forever, you're welcome to buy it then. And if you don't, you had your time with it and you enjoyed it, and then you look at the rest of the library and you're like, holy crap, there's like hundreds upon thousands of other games in here. Some probably aren't worth your time. That's the deal when you get this huge, massive, basket of games to pull from. But quite a few of them are really damn good. And there's definitely some that I never would have played. Like Plague Tale, for example, Innocence, I never would have played if it wasn't on Game Pass. It's just, it
True.
didn't grab me enough that I wanted to go spend my money on it. But while I had a subscription to Game Pass and I saw it on there, I was like, it does look pretty neat. I'll give it a go. Really like the game, and I need to play Requiem. The only reason I haven't yet is I'm playing through Witcher right now, so I'm trying to knock one out before I jump into the next. But yeah, I like it.
Some hours.
Game Pass, great. And if they're making money on it, happy crab, because
Happy
I want them to keep Game Pass going. I want them to keep that moving.
Which
Shout out
which
to
are you
Brandon in the
playing?
chat.
Witcher
Hey,
3.
Good stuff.
Shout out to Brandon in the chat that says Chocolata's only superpower is buying games above MSRP.
Damn.
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 Oh, wow.
Damn.
My sister from another
Damn.
mister, Floor Hugger, my resident PC Game
Damn.
Pass user. Your thoughts on this, and also the fact that what's carrying Game Pass right now is the PC community.
Are you surprised though? Like there's a finite amount of consoles out there, but every single person has access to a computer of some sort that can run the games. So I'm not
Or phone.
surprised. Or phone. Well, if you're paying for
Not to
PC
mention
Game Pass, you
cloud,
don't get
yeah.
it on your phone. That's the only downside. If they level up PC Game Pass, like put all the gears on there, put the ultimate perks, make it ultimate, and raise the price a little bit more, I'd be completely satisfied because I want some of those perks that doesn't come with just PC Game Pass. But Snips is right. It's introduced me to a lot of good games: Plague Tale, Spiritfarer, Indivisible, and if you want to be one of the people that has chocolate money to just shit out every month to buy your 6 games that you want to play that's over $100, probably $200, good on you. Don't knock people when we are still in a pastrami sandwich that probably can't afford to buy 2 $60 games a month. They're paying $11, $15 a month to play a shit ton of games. Let them have that. Because that just makes you look like an entitled little turd. And we don't need any more of those right now in the gaming industry.
Or
Yeah,
anywhere.
just
Really.
Henry Cavill. Your thoughts on
Henry Cavillo.
It's just going to change every time.
Henry O.
So-
Your thoughts on
Yeah, so I just got to say that I was reading that Wall Street Journal article, and there's definitely a lot more to play here. But one of the things that I got to say is if Game Pass really was profitable, there would be no discussion about raising the prices. I mean, especially in the economic climate that we're in, every subscription is always raising prices, and everyone hates it, right? And some people even drop them. You know. That being said, I'm reading this article. It says here, it's like, I think at some point we will have to raise the prices on certain things, but going into the holiday, we thought it was important to maintain the prices. Yeah, we've held our price on consoles, we've held our price on games and our subscription. I don't think we'll be able to do that forever. I do think at some point we'll have to raise up some prices on certain things. So I think that if it really was like popping champagne bottles at Xbox, there would be no need for to talk about raising prices.
So I do want to qualify that because this is big corporate culture in the United States, especially, but across the globe. Never equate a price raise to necessity. Very rarely do they ever really need to raise their prices, but they do because people will pay it. And when you're making, no company on the world is going to say we have made enough money, we are good with this net income, we're great with this, this profitability. No, they always want more. So I don't, it could be a factor, the profitability could be a factor, but I don't want people to instantly say, oh, if they raise the price, it means it's not profitable. No, it could be profitable, but they're going to milk you for every dime they can get because that's how companies work.
Look
And
at
it wouldn't-
Apple.
Yeah. And it wouldn't be an issue if, that, not to get political, but if not only do subscriptions raise in price, but also pay. If pay kept up with everything, then,
There you go.
What a world that would be.
we wouldn't have stress. So like, people have to realize. I remember one of the key things that about the article was that there's no big games like in the next month or so. So it also doesn't make sense to raise the price of something that's not really changing in quality. You really only justify that raise in price, quote unquote, big air quotes, when you have bangers dropping soon, like a Redfall or a Starfield or whatever. But because look at Disney Plus, people sometimes subscribe only, for Andor or for Tales of the Jedi, and then they're done. Are they really? Because then they dive into other stuff, and that's the big kind of con with the subscription situation, because right now it's fantastic, but it's because it's the first time in history and there's so much content to consume. But there's going to be a point where people consume so much, it's all going to look so samey. People are going to have to get more creative. There's going to be more shows. That's why Netflix is so bankrupt, like creatively bankrupt. There's so many samey shows. There's so much trash to dig through. It's like shovelware in the Switch, but on a streaming service.
But like, will the same count for gaming?
I mean, but that's the thing. Then you have samey games. Then first you need to make exceptional games. People thought Scorn was going to be a Doom balls to the wall action. No, it's a puzzle game. First expectations.
I uninstalled.
Piss me off.
You can
uninstall.
I think the thing with the subscriptions in general, Netflix and everyone included, and is that things tend to become more mid when it comes to content.
Right. But then with games, it's how do you retain, the consumer? Because you have basically two people. You have the people that casually play. You have the people that beat your game in a weekend. So then you have to. Who do you listen to the most? You listen to where the money's coming from, and that's the casual gamer. So you don't really have to.
Yeah,
rush.
I'm the problem. I
You're the
have
problem.
No shit.
I pay for Game Pass and I don't use it. I've played like 3 games on Game Pass my entire time of owning it for over a year.
See, you're welcome,
Wow.
Microsoft. We're
That's
looking out for you.
charity. That's great.
Here's what
We
I'm
need-
gonna say, Shakalaka. I believe most people who are subscribed to any service are rarely
Forget
use
about
it.
Forget
I
about
think
it.
Game Pass, how they gonna get you is you subscribe to. Let's say you subscribe to Game Pass because Redfall hits and then Starfield hits, and then you constantly getting hit. You might not play nothing else, but it's just going. You might not notice that $15 coming out your account every month. And I think that's for a lot. How much stuff are you subscribed to right now that you don't use
More
outside of
than
gaming? A lot.
Netflix.
more
No.
than my fingers.
I
use all of it,
canceled my
honestly.
Netflix finally.
I should have
legit
after
use all
Stranger
of it.
Things came out.
Bro, that was listen, I'm a family of 4, so someone's always using something, but honestly, as of recently, I'm starting to see the value in like for example, Hulu. I used to not use Hulu at all, but there's so many horror movies in it that I've never watched. So every like once a week or two times a week, I'll watch a horror movie or watch
Hulu
an action movie
trash.
that I'm. Hey, Hulu's like bottom tier, not gonna lie, but I would
What?
say
For what? For what?
Ooh,
Original
trash.
content? For what?
for original content that I'm interested in, me particularly, I
Sure.
prefer like a Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon type deal. I like The Boys, Invincible, but that's like once in a blue moon. So like,
They're
Ama-
missing that hit show like that from
yeah,
that
that's the
genre.
thing.
Because
And
Handmaid's Tale was good, but it's not that
exactly,
genre.
Handmaid's Tale. But then you got like shitty horror movies like Grim Cuddy, and it's like a meme come to life, and it's like
Yeah.
stalking. It's like what?
I saw
What are
that
these?
trailer. That was really weird.
It's boomer ideas. But
I will give Hulu credit for this though, and I didn't expect this. So I'm Crunchyroll subscribers since like
I was gonna say that.
2008.
Oh,
I basically
man.
founded that damn website. They've been taking my money forever.
Mm.
I had Funimation before it joined into Crunchyroll. I have a High Dive. Anime is my thing that I watch. Right, that's where I do
Their
most of my
collection
watching.
is A1.
All
Yes,
anime
sir.
streaming apps suck. They suck.
Yes. All of them.
Funimation was terrible at remembering what I'm watching and what's in my queue. Crunchyroll's terrible with stupid buffering that doesn't make any sense. And don't tell me it's my internet, because I know my internet's great and I can immediately jump over to any of my other streaming apps and load up a 1080p movie and it starts instantly and plays flawlessly. So it's not my shit. All right. Crunchyroll with stupid buffering. High Dive also, their mobile or their console app is like stupid to use. It's so not user friendly and intuitive at all. It's terrible. And once you start a show that's in your queue, it acts like it's not in your queue anymore. So you have to like go search for it again to continue watching it after you've logged off the app. It's terrible. Hulu's streaming app, in terms of its functionality and how it works, it's incredible. It's amazing.
Excellent. I
I
agree.
am watching anime on Hulu now, and I'm like,
Yes, sir.
if they
Yeah.
start getting more shows, I might cancel some of this other crap because I like what they have. I like their offerings, but the format they're presenting it to me in is a headache. And if Hulu eliminates that headache, take my freaking money, bro. I am here.
Sir.
Claws
Yeah.
raised.
It seemed
I
like
will
the
give you
ads are
all.
like 5 minutes. I swear.
Dude.
Well, see,
and
I pay for the no ad. I pay for
And
the
for and for Crunchyroll, that's the thing. Crunchyroll now is doing no like free watch with ads. Now you have to pay even if it's with ads or something. Like they took away. There's a lot of decisions. I cancel my Crunchy, but Hulu is here to save me. That's what I'm saying.
No, I did for Hulu. I did the Disney Plus bundle. So
Okay.
it's
Yeah.
Disney Plus, ESPN Plus, and Hulu, and then I paid an extra bit to get Hulu ad free. So the total, I think it's like 19 something a month is what I pay.
Okay.
For that. And
or
that,
for free
that
if you
works
got
for me.
Verizon.
Shout out to the
Well,
chat.
so
Yeah, that
Verizon, you
is a
still have to
commitment.
pay to make the difference in the no ad.
That's why I
the
keep
ad
laughing
Don't
at
tell
Fame.
Don't tell me.
That is a
No
commitment. Shout out to Kevin, bro.
It's just a crab telling you how to live life.
Lila, am I funny to you? Am I amusing?
It's not an
You find me
outfit.
funny?
It is
You
his,
think, like,
it
you
is
think-
his birthday suit.
You
not
think
an
who
outfit,
I
he's
am
made-
is a joke? Is that what this is? Am I
Yeah.
gonna have
Mr.
to go
Krabs.
full Joe Pesci from Goodfellas? Y'all know what I'm talking about? Am I a
That's
joke?
kinda
Like I'm a
xenophobic.
clown? Like I amuse you? Like a you? I'm just messing with you. It's hilarious. I look like a fucking crab. It's dumb. I know.
No, it's amazing.
You're welcome. Enjoy the entertainment.
That's what Krabby Patties are made of, by the way.
That's true.
Crab
It's
meat.
Secret formula right there.
My kinfolk, my people.
Damn.
Careful, plankton will come for you.
Damn. Listen, we're gonna shift gears. If you still rocking with us, hit that like button for us. Subscribe if you have not. We're gonna talk about God of War Ragnarok. In particular, the warning everyone's getting to get off of social media because leaks are happening and people are spoiling the game. I'm gonna go on the panel and talk to y'all about it because it seems like every time we got a big game come out, big movie, whether it's a game, when Black Panther come out, you gotta start muting stuff because we're in a culture to where people find enjoyment in spoiling things for others. They will go out and spend money, or they will go out to a movie theater the night something drops just to come home and go on Twitter and start tweeting out spoilers. I want to start with you, Willie, and your thoughts on the culture of spoiling games that we're in. Like, there's no type of gamer. I get the console wars, that's the thing, right? But there's no sort of like respect or camaraderie of gamers for a hobby that we all love, right? why is it that people feel like they need to go out, spend money, play the game as quick as possible just to go on Twitter and spoil it?
I feel like there's no first and foremost, there's no space in the gaming community for people who does do that because I mean touch grass. That's all I got to say. Touch grass first and foremost. Yes, but as far as that goes, I feel like everyone, not everyone, but people who does do that, they just want to be like, oh, me first, or like, you know how things nowadays with media and stuff. Everybody want to be first to do something, first to report something, first to get something trending or things of that nature. I think that's what it is, and that as that evolves, things are just going to get worse and worse. Because what was the last game they had leaks that came out? I haven't seen the Ragnarok leaks yet because I kind of, when everybody was like harassing developers, I kind of like muted all the topics on it. But yeah,
there's a big Pokemon. Someone leaked a list
for the upcoming game.
What the Pokemon look like, the third evolutions. Like people are just trash. It's kind of sucks.
If I saw Pokemon, I'm going off.
2 get leaked? I know Resident Evil Village did as well.
Resident Evil. Yeah.
Weeks before Last of Us 2 came out, we already knew Joe died from a baseball club. Golf club.
Yeah.
Like it was crazy. Like people waited no time to talk about it.
Spoilers. I didn't know.
Spoilers, God damn.
I didn't know that either though. I ain't played Last of Us 2 yet.
God. What's going on here?
You have become one of them.
No! Yeah, that Dr. Doom face.
You live long enough to become the villain, right?
Y'all have plenty of time.
That's deep. That's true.
I was waiting for the remake because we know it's coming.
It's going to be
remastered.
The Last of Us 2 Part 2.
Director's cut.
Last of Us 2.5 HD remix.
Director's commentary.
They're gonna start stealing the Kingdom Hearts names, remix, remaster.
Yep.
Sora's gonna show up.
Sis, I'm gonna swing to you and your thoughts on the leaking culture. Do you go on to Twitter and mute words and things to try to? How do you avoid spoilers?
For me, I've talked to this a lot with Chocolakas. I will, like when Endgame that night, I looked for spoilers because I know by the time my dumbass goes around to watch it, I'll have forgotten what happened. So I will look up spoilers myself because I forget everything. Oh yeah, wow. Like as soon as I got, and also all I knew was who died at the end of Endgame. But when you watch it, man, you can't tell me any grown.
It still hits.
Yeah, a little tear just leaks down every time.
Or dies.
Everybody does.
Yo, he should have died and not make that trash move. No, I'm kidding.
Damn. But no, and you also got to wonder, a lot of this shit, like when Assassin's Creed was leaked, Origins before it came out, is this just like a marketing ploy from these companies to draw your attention straight to these things? Because these leaks happen. We know NDAs. We have all signed NDAs here for gaming companies. That is not something you would willingly ever in your life want to breach if you don't want to be tied up in litigation for the rest of your life. So it's like, is this a marketing ploy? Do these companies just do this? And a lot of times I feel like, yeah, they just do it because they can.
Between that and mom and pops.
Between that and
release a game so early.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Snips.
I was going to say between that and some 13-year-old Russian hacker in his underwear chain smoking cigarettes.
Hey.
We saw what 50 Cent do with Power. He leaked the episodes, and then they ended up getting a whole bunch of viewers. So yeah, you're right. Maybe it's probably a little marketing.
Then you get people like in Kingdom Hearts, where the man takes a game from the damn factory and is like, you know what, I'm gonna play this and I'm gonna stream this. But then you have people like God of War, supposedly, where he had the screenshot. That sounds more made up. Where it's like, oh, it just has the screenshot and it sends the screenshots automatically. Shut the hell up. You know what you're doing.
Yeah.
You know what you're doing. You're sending. You want me to see Daddy Thor?
I think Dad Bod Thor is more accurate.
Thor, Dad Bod. He's so
more
chunky.
Like the real Thor. Hey, bro, it's hot.
I love how you went the real Thor. Took off your mask.
I can't help it.
You're wearing a sweater inside.
I know I'm getting you all heated up. My bad, man.
Ooh, it sounds like you're a floating head with the black shirt.
Listen, bro, it is. I'm glad I got the light. It's hot, bro. Like I can't breathe in here.
Would you say it's hot in?
In her.
So hot in her. Somebody give me a Band-Aid. I need to.
Crab got jokes.
A
little bit of
My bad. Chocolate, moving to you, man. And your thoughts on the leaking I mean, because I call it leaking culture because it is, bro. Everyone wants, not everyone. There are so many people who want to say,
Clout.
I talked about this first. Whether it's for clout or to piss people off, there's a big subsection of people who like to leak.
Mm-hmm.
We live in a culture that validates attention, where attention is currency. And so whether it's good attention or bad attention, it's like you're talked about or whatever and stuff like that. It's always like, I don't know, for some people it's a flex to be like,
Man,
yeah, I was the one.
spitting.
Yeah.
He's spitting.
I mean, you know what's kind of funny is like back in the gap, Fame and I used to work at a movie theater, and we would watch movies like 2 days early, maybe even a week early in some instances or
That's nice.
whatever.
Never said a
And
thing, huh?
we never said a thing. Yeah, exactly,
Well,
man.
because
I
you had
watched
to mail
Avengers-
out your
yeah.
letters back then. You couldn't tweet them out.
No,
Yeah,
they had to carve them on stone tablets with a hammer and
Stone
chisel.
days.
I'll give
Wow.
you this. I'm gonna tell you this. I will own it that back in the day, we watched Spider-Man 3, the Tobey Maguire movie, like 3 days early before it came out. And I was telling everybody at high school, like when I was still in high school, I was like, yo, everybody, I watched that movie. I didn't say any spoilers. I was just
Oh.
flexing that I watched the
See,
movie.
it would have been acceptable to spoil that movie to tell
Dude, I
people
was
not
11.
to watch it because it was so bad.
Then it
Like-
came out and it's like, good thing you didn't flex, because that ain't it.
That ain't it.
Hey, can we say that Chocolate selling the same internet he had back then too?
Be hearing them dial-up noises as he joins the
That
podcast.
wild broadband.
Yeah, my man. My man,
Man,
got
that's,
that
the worst part is
AOL.
like I'm on Ethernet fucking internet, so that's
So
so
I-
Hey, man, you need to reboot your whole router, my guy.
It's
Take
a
this
Fame-
your ass
it's a
up.
Cat 2 core. You gotta upgrade it now.
I have
Fame,
to
you're
make
very
a
brave.
confession to y'all.
Why you
We're
say
gonna
that?
go. We're gonna go. Oh yeah, why is Fame brave? Let's go. What's this?
Because Chakalaka has way too many jokes about your hairline and all the dirty things you used to get up to. It's for you to be making fun of him like that.
Listen,
Damn.
Listen.
I'm
listen.
pretty sure. When we get around to like signing some contracts, I gotta sign an NDA at some point.
Oh yeah.
Listen, he might be dressed like Superman, but he ain't bulletproof.
No, what's
Uh-oh.
crazy is that
Oh.
Chakalaka's talking, and it's like he's like in one of those old kung fu movies where they like talk and then the words come out, and then it's like, because it's so laggy.
So I have to go. I gotta go full Usher with you guys. I have a confession to make while we're on this
Okay.
topic. I'm not proud of this, but I once reveled in leaking a thing.
Wow.
Exclusive.
Were you the guy that said Snape died?
Yes.
Oh,
Where's the
or
seafood?
no,
Where's the
Snape-
seafood
Snape-
boil?
It was Snape killed Dumbledore. Was the leak that I reveled in, and it was
Wow.
in my AOL Instant Messenger profile is where it was. So anybody who just happened to be like, "Oh, what's up with Kevin's profile? Let me check it out." Bam! Snape kills Dumbledore.
Where
It
are
was
my
there.
chopsticks?
And I thought it was hilarious.
You're-
I was also like 12. Okay, so I grew out of that. I understood, hey, people like enjoying things, and I shouldn't take that away from them just for like a stupid, cheap laugh. But I'm also a person who matured into an adult. That's rare on the internet these days. So I had my phase. I got my one out of the way, and I was like, hee hee, that was fun. And then I got over it, and I became a human who's not a piece of shit. Or crab who's not a piece of shit. But you know, the people that like it's exactly what Chakalaka was saying, is they just want attention. Whether it's people blowing up their DMs to yell at them, or whether it's people quote retweeting saying it's friggin' hilarious, they genuinely can't tell the difference. They're just like, yay, people are looking at me, and our society seems to value that way more than it should. So that's really all it is, man.
There is just one thing I wanted to add to it, though. Something to be said about spoilers. I watch a lot of video essays on YouTube all the time. You know, they're really good. They like video essays on movies a lot more so than anything. One of the things that was said in one of those aforementioned essays is that even when something is spoiled for you, if the content is good, even knowing the spoilers, you can still enjoy it like 100%, because a lot of
Mhm.
times you can like sort of use it like as sort of like dramatic irony. I don't know if I think I'm using it incorrectly, where like, you know, and sometimes in some plays, like they'll tell you the end and then they'll be like, all right, now how did we get here? And sometimes it's how you get here is usually the enjoyable part. And when you can sort of see things being built up
Mhm.
correctly, then the payoff is still good, regardless if it's spoiled or not.
The only for movies and most media, I'll agree with you on that. The only caveat I will add to that is sports related things. If somebody spoils like a Counter-Strike grand final or a Champions League game or something like that for me, completely ruins my enjoyment of the game. Because the moment like the first goal is scored, you're like, oh well, I know it doesn't matter because this other team comes back and scores two. Like it doesn't matter when it happens, I just know what's gonna happen. Like that, I hate sports spoilers. Anything else, you're right. If the content is quality, you will overcome that bummer that the spoiler gave you, and you will still be able to enjoy it. But sports,
Even
where
in
like
movies?
the outcome is such a dependent thing.
Fame. Didn't we all know what was going to happen in Avengers? Because we have the comic books. They were all going to get together. They were going to have to fight all these things, and we're all seeing all the comic book stuff come to fruition.
Spoiler for all superhero movies ever: the good guy wins. That's how comic book stories and superhero stuff works. So, like, yeah,
I'm not gonna talk. I was kind of hurt over the spoilers for Star Wars, but you know, it's okay.
Usually,
Star
like,
Wars ain't no
yeah,
good anyway.
the essay was saying like if you get spoiled on something and then like you watch it and you didn't like it or whatever, it's usually because the actual content itself wasn't good enough to back it. Basically,
Yeah.
it's like think about a spoiler as a way of engaging with content. You know, it's basically sort of like that.
Or you can have it spoiled for you and save yourself. Because I remember the game 12 Minutes and that twist at the ending. I hated that, and I would have hated playing that in the game. So I'm like, I'm good.
Fair.
Yeah. It's like, I hated it. I'm not going to spoil it for you guys in case you want to go play it. But I hated it, and that would have made me immediately pissed me off. I've been like, no.
If I knew the ending of Telltale's Walking Dead, I wouldn't have played it.
Yeah.
Salman says he liked that end. I haven't played it.
I did like.
I lost interest
Sweet
in
home Alabama. That's all I can say.
it. No.
Oh,
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd have been good on that.
Yeah.
Whoa,
I was like, don't need that. I'm good.
No, I'd have been good on that.
for quick frame for the people, you know, in terms of what I think of that community, small community of people that like to spoil. Pathetic synonyms. Let's see, distressing, pitiful, wretched, feeble, inadequate, deplorable, miserable, disturbing, upsetting, poignant. They are those things. Now, in terms
small
of
PP having
small, very small PP, and a big PP, a dumb brain. So, I think for me, I like to get spoiled if I look it up. I need to look it up. I need to be ready to get spoiled. So, like, if a friend is like, "Hey, My Hero chapter this," I'm like, I hate you. But if I'm like, I want to know what happens in My Hero right now, and I'll go and check, and I'm like, oh, great, this character's still alive, and I'm like, great, I'm happy. I do that with movies. I do that with shows because I do not like the anxiety. I know that a lot of it's a point or whatever, but it's my life, it's my emotions. Deal with it. So, like, if let's say what was it the other day? I was watching a horror movie and I really, really, really enjoyed the protagonist. And I was like, God, she is like, I didn't like her in the beginning, but now I want her to thrive. And I was like, does she die? And no, she didn't die. And I was like, oh, great. I can enjoy the movie now. Everyone died except for her.
I hate watching movies with people who do that.
Bro, I looked it up and I was like, oh, great. Okay, great. She doesn't die. And I kept watching the movie and I enjoyed it. Because I hate it when me personally, I go on Twitter and let's say Barbarian from Zach Kreger. That came out a couple months ago, and that's a fantastic horror movie. That movie is structured in a way that if you get spoiled, the movie does not work. And it's not because the movie has bad content. It's because the twists and the turns make the movie in turn that much more enjoyable. So it's like Attack on Titan. If you know the ending of Attack on Titan, you're not going to enjoy the show because there's a lot of buildup and a lot of Easter eggs that you can rewatch it and enjoy it even more. And I think with games, it kind of works the same depending on the game, because if it's a game that's very story related, it depends. Last of Us, people weren't mad that they got spoiled. They're mad of the decisions. They're mad that something happened to Joel. They're mad of Abby being a thing. They were mad at the spicy scene. They were mad that she was buff. Like, it's stupid stuff. It wasn't the leak. It was dumb buffoonery. So, like, I'll spoil myself, but it has to be me because I know what I'm about to do. I know what I'm about to feel. but I don't like going on Facebook back in when did Avengers Endgame come out?
2019.
2018, 19.
2019.
2018, 2019. I'm scrolling through Facebook and I see people, be careful. There was a meme going around that was being disguised as that meme, but in reality, when when you click the picture and it shows the upper layer and the bottom layer, people would hide spoilers like that. So it would be click and then Iron Man doing this with the thing. And I'm like, bro, you cannot. I did not look at this. I did not know anything. The only spoiler I read was that something with Cap, and it didn't come to fruition. It wasn't the thing I thought it was. So the spoiler was actually wrong. So
Think about how
here's
much
the thing.
time and effort they dedicate. If they dedicated that to something else, how much further a lot of them would be in their lives.
Like being
It's
good human
so
beings.
much work.
100%. 100%. I got spoiled a major death in One Piece for 10 years, but it was because One Piece is a long ass show. I got to the episode of that major death and I still cried because the journey is so good. It's not about the end. There's shows that are just built for you to enjoy the journey and not the climax and not the ending. There's this what's up?
I said, with that said, I'm about to spoil God of War Ragnarok right now. So check it. Once you get about
Body
we
slamming.
throwing? No, you Doctor Doom. That's a big thing. People are gonna start leaking Doctor Doom things because that's a lot of speculation that Doctor Doom is gonna be like a big bad in the next saga. We don't know that. There's no setup for that. But wait until Wakanda Forever and Quantum Mania comes on. There's anything remotely related to that, y'all gotta
Wakanda
mute
forever.
Doctor Doom.
Hey, he got the accent down pat. But listen, we do need to switch topics. We're gonna get to the last topic of the show. And I'm gonna start with, I guess, the Willie B. The Witcher. The Witcher is getting a remake. It will be built from the ground up with Unreal Engine 5. Willie, I'm gonna talk to you about your excitement for this. And did you play the original Witcher game?
You're gonna be upset at that answer because I did not play the original Witcher, but I played The Witcher 2 and I played 3.
Okay.
I never played first one because, I mean, it came out of what?
It's like 15 years ago.
07, I think. 07?
Like 1776.
Yeah, I was like 12, so I wasn't interested. I wasn't interested in playing that around the time. I was still in my 2K phase and stuff like that. So, yeah. So, but they said they want to do it right, and I feel like it's the perfect timing for it with the show, with Unreal Engine 5. Rolling on to that. I'm excited for it. I'm gonna play it.
I think they're showing certain developers or companies that this is when you do a remake for a 15-year-old game, not a 5-year-old.
I saw the shade on Twitter. Yeah, everybody was like,
bro,
people in the industry were saying that. I agree.
This is how you do it. 15-year-old game remake, yes. A game that came out 5 years ago, that's you're just stealing money. That's trash. But Chocolate, I'm gonna go to you, man. And Willie, don't feel bad. I didn't play the original Witcher. My initiation to The Witcher was The Witcher 3. And so when they was like asking you certain stuff from decisions from another game, I was just picking whatever because I didn't know nothing.
I didn't even like 2.
I wouldn't go back to play the original games because I bet the mechanics are trash and it's a 15-year-old game. But a remake from the ground up, I'm with it. Krabs, move over to you.
So I'm kind of in the same boat. 3 is that I'm playing now is my first Witcher game experience. I was actually recommended by a friend of mine who's a big Witcher series fan. She told me specifically, I was like, okay, well, like I kind of want to stream Witcher. Do I need to go back and start with 1 and play 2 and 3? And she's like told me, no, like do not go back and play 1. Don't go back and play 2. Like 1's bad because of this, this, and this, and 2 has its issues because of this, this, and this. If you want an enjoyable experience, play 3. And I was like, okay, cool. So even somebody who's a big fan of the series could acknowledge that, the games haven't aged exactly well. They had their issues that in their time probably didn't stand out as much, but to go back and play them now, it's only going to make it worse, and you're probably not going to have a good time unless you're just like a freaking super fan of the series. So I think this is great, and this is exactly what remakes should be for. Like y'all are saying, take a game that has a strong following that maybe wasn't able to be the best it could be at the time because of technological limits or budget limits if it was a new studio, something like that. Take those games and remake them. and you will be wildly successful, and everyone will love it as long as you don't completely like crap the bed on it. But yeah, I think it's a great idea, and I will
You're not getting a Bloodborne game.
Yeah, it's never gonna happen, bro. I'm sorry. They just deemed it no.
PlayStation hates that
It
game, bro.
exists. It exists.
PlayStation
Yeah.
hates that game, bro.
It's
I don't know
coming to
why.
mobile.
Stay with your 30 frames per second, okay?
Lord have mercy. Chakalaka, Hugs, what your thoughts on the Witcher remake?
All right, I'll go ahead and just say that this game is definitely deserving of a remake, especially because the fact of the matter is, it only came out on PC. Like Witcher
Oh.
2 was the first
Oh.
game that came on console on 360 on PC.
Oh, I didn't even know that actually.
So the fact of the
So
matter
for
is,
a
even
lot of people, this will be their first Witcher game, their first time playing the Witcher. That's crazy.
Yeah, a lot of
Yes.
people didn't have PCs then either.
Yeah,
Mhm.
back in
I didn't
08.
know what that was.
So yeah, it sucks. I
Was
can't
it on
believe it,
floppy
man.
disk? I'm playing. Let me see.
Sure.
All I was playing on PC
KDs.
was The Sims.
Bro, I was
Hey,
playing
let's go.
Minesweeper. I was playing Minesweeper, bro.
Shoot, back in
No,
08, I
was
still
no
playing
had
free
my
ski or ski
Windows.
free.
When I was and back when 08, I still had my Windows XP computer, and I was playing pinball on it. So you know,
Ooh,
Hey,
Yeah.
those are the
pinball's
days.
lit.
that's the good stuff. Solitaire.
So yeah, exactly. So yeah, it's definitely deserving of it, and especially with I imagine that back in 08, whatever they did in as far as like mechanics and like controls, it's probably like archaic by today's standards. So by all means.
Don't go if
It's-
you want the
it's-
definitive edition. Go play Witcher 3. Snip's friend is right. Witcher 1 and 2 also aren't open world. They're linear stories. So it's not even
Man,
the same
I would
game.
prefer a linear story.
No, because you'll
It don't do
realize
it don't do it justice, especially from 2. It don't.
the
Bro,
world
I
is
got open
so
world fatigue,
huge.
bro.
Hmm.
Well, I mean,
Like,
after you
The
play
Witcher-
3, you kind of get spoiled.
Yeah, the world is so
Uh,
big that it
It's
needed
massive.
it needs to be an open world, and it's clunky, but good. 15 years, remake it.
And it makes sense. Witcher 3 did things that Witcher 1 and 2 didn't. So it makes sense to remake it with the mentality of today's design, because you're just going to make a better game overall. It just makes sense. Witcher, Geralt is a witcher. You're hunting monsters. You're not following a single story. So you can craft your own experience. If they make it, I can go to play Gwent, go to brothel, go slay some monsters, go and recruit this person. Hey, I don't know anything about Witcher 1. And Witcher 3 did it where anything that I needed to know, quote unquote, from Witcher 1 and 2, they didn't make me feel bad for not knowing that information. Kind of like Dragon Age Inquisition, that it gives you this little test in the beginning where it's like, oh, if this would have happened, what did you choose? Oh, this, okay, you can import these decisions into Dragon Age Inquisition, and it'll be like you chose these things in Dragon Age Origins and 2. So I like when they try to bring you up to speed with old games. Yakuza did it where they just gave you a full archive of what happened in the last 7 games, and you can watch a whole movie about it, like a whole little essay about it. You can read about it. It's like, it's because they care, and you need this context for the world for you to enjoy it. If you don't read it, that's on you. But you have the resources. Don't say that you don't have the resources. This is, no one owes you anything. Witcher 3, that was my first Witcher, and that's one of my favorite games of all time.
And it still makes you feel like you're playing the first game. when you play it.
100%,
Yep.
man. And the world feels so fleshed out. Geralt is such a great protagonist. You have 2 fantastic romance options to pick from that are so nuanced, and it's not just one good, one bad. It's like these are actually intricate relationships that Geralt has, and you can see just how different they detract and they add depending on who it is. One's toxic, the other one's a sugar mama. Like it's so. And he's like, what, 300, 500 years old? It's amazing. What I will say is that Witcher, Dead Space, those are the remakes I want to see, dude. Do that Persona remake, Persona 1. I went back to Persona 1 after playing Persona 5. That game, the concepts, the music, the characters, if you remake that in today's age, oh my god, that's a beautiful game right there. Honestly, man, I'm all for remakes, but remake the right ones because I don't want to.
Prince of Persia needs a remake.
Hey, that's
Remember they were
Yeah,
working
come
on
on,
that
bro.
one that looked like the PS2
that
one.
was trash.
where
that
is
was
that?
Dr. Doom.
trash.
Hey, you gotta go. I'm gonna call it the Avengers. What a Fantastic Four at. There we go.
Call
Have you
everyone.
seen their movies?
I mean,
They're dead.
Oh snap! I just realized
Literally.
what we are on time. We're gonna shift to the very last part of the show. We'd like to get suggestions for people to watch and or play for this week. The man with the clamps. You go first. What should the people watch and or play for this week?
So playing stuff, I got nothing new for you. Go play Witcher 3 if you haven't. If you're like me, you're a noob to the experience. I'm maybe like 15, 20 hours in, so I'm sure I still got a lot to go. Um, go watch. We mentioned all of the hot new anime that dropped, all the continuations and stuff. Blue Lock is one that has slipped under the radar for some. Soccer battle royale kind of like elimination type sweet awesomeness. It's really cool. The art style is real out there. It's real neat. Go check that out. It looks like it'll kind of be the sleeper hit of this season. And I was slacking on my live action People's television programming. I am catching up on Andor. I just watched season 3 last night. It's a bit slower paced than what some people I think desired initially, but if you're like me, I actually think this is the best piece of Disney Plus content I have watched so far. All of the Marvel shows, the only one that came close to or has come close to this so far for me anyway was WandaVision, because I like a strong narrative. I like things to be like hinted at to me and not just spelled out in plain text. So this show, I think the pacing of it, I think the mood of it, and the way it kind of is developing has been the best that I've seen so far. I'm really enjoying it. So go watch that.
All right, Walt, you up next. What you got for this week?
In the anime train, alongside Blue Lock, go ahead and check out Chainsaw Man. If you're of a faint of heart and you're not into gore or very nihilistic themes or very kind of depressing themes, don't watch it because it is a dark show. It does get really dark. As someone that's read the manga, trust me on this, it gets messed up and it gets confusing. But it's the shonen tropes done well. It's kind of, what I think, in a way, My Hero tackled certain tropes and did it well. I think Chainsaw Man has a very uncommon and very unusual protagonist that is not your everyday hero, and I love it. He's very human in that sense. He has the chance to save someone. He's like, screw that, almost kills a person. So the man does not care. He's unhinged. He's amazing. For Witcher, enhanced edition, it's $1.49 on Steam. So if you want to try that old game, it's $1.49. You can go ahead and try that out. If not, go ahead and play Persona 5, the greatest RPG ever made. Because that's all you need in your life. Just Persona 5. Persona. And then to watch live action, I'm gonna be watching this for the first time ever. Go ahead and watch the first Scream. I'm told that this is a classic. First time ever. And I hear it's a must watch for horror fans. So go ahead and watch Scream.
Yeah.
Our guest of the evening, whose Twitter handle is in the description. Go follow my man, the Willie B. Willie B, what do you suggest for people to watch and or play for this week?
You already know what I'm gonna say. I said it in the beginning when I first joined the call. I'm gonna say it again.
Gotham Knights.
I feel disrespected already. I mean, I'm gonna get the game though, but no. To watch, everyone, listen. You have 345 hours to set away in your life. Just like what, 14 days, right? 20 minutes episode. There's 1,037 episodes. Watch One Piece, okay? Please.
Tomatoes.
Come on, guys.
If anybody's doubting, the One Piece is real.
Can we
get spoilers? We just talked about this, guys.
You just gotta believe.
Oh, but to continue on something for them to play. I've been playing Grounded. I've been having fun playing Grounded. I've been making content on it. Grounded's been really fun lately. Yeah, Grounded's been fun. So play Grounded, guys. Xbox Game Pass plug right there. I did my part as an Xbox ambassador for today. So y'all know, just right there.
Hey, let's go.
And then what else? You said a movie. or like a TV show. I do a live action TV show. I've been slacking. I can't say on that.
Or movie.
I've been watching The Boys. The Boys been really good. I just started that.
Still need to watch that.
Ain't go wrong with that.
Great.
Ain't go wrong with that. All right, my sister from another mister. What you got this week?
Watch on Hulu. I think it's a Hulu exclusive. Is the new Hellraiser. It's interesting. It's better than the previous entries, but there's like 13 Hellraiser movies. So, for movies or for TV shows, watch Sandman. It's never gonna get a season 2, but it's so beautiful. It's
so good,
stunning,
it's so good.
And to play, I've been playing Death Stranding. It's good. The story is wild, and Kojima just hooks me in every night. And I'm like, you bitch, but go play it on Game Pass.
All right, Chakalaka, what you got this week?
All right, well, so let me add to Walt's suggestion. He said Scream. I just want to say all 5 Scream movies are on Paramount Plus.
Oh,
okay.
So, yeah, check it out.
That 7-day trial, boy.
If you watched Halo, the Halo series, then you probably already have it. So if you didn't already cancel it. But as far as what I'm suggesting, I'm playing South Park: The Stick of Truth for my next spoiler cast.
Goated.
Yeah, play that.
Great game.
Since it is Halloween season, the 2 movies that are coming out this weekend, the 2 big movies that are coming out this weekend in theaters, are horror movies. So that's kind of perfect. There's Pray for the Devil, which is about a nun dealing with an exorcism. So there's that. And then there's My Special Boy, which is a Friday the 13th Jason Voorhees movie. So didn't even know that was a thing. Yeah.
I think it got overshadowed by Halloween.
Yeah, pretty much.
That didn't perform well either.
They haven't.
I was gonna say let's not mention Halloween. Ooh.
Halloween ends. Halloween ends.
Halloween ends.
Yes,
it
Halloween
ends
ends.
Evil dies tonight.
I don't want to say no spoilers, but can we say something about how that little parade he had?
Don't spoil it.
Yeah, I haven't seen them, but they're all 3 Halloween movies in the new trilogy is on Peacock of all things. So that's the name of a streaming service. You know.
It is.
But anyways, and the last thing I want to suggest is for those that want a palate cleanser, the ones that want to get the Halloween like horror movies, and you want to like do something a little bit more family friendly. On November 1st, which is on Tuesday of next week, on Netflix, The Bad Guys comes out, which is the Big Bad Wolf and his team. You know, it's like an animated movie. And in the trailer, they have the Billie Eilish song, I'm the bad guy. Yeah. So, yeah, check that out. Yeah, that's it. By the way, I watched the movie back in theaters and came out earlier this year. It was actually a pretty funny movie, so I liked it.
Oh, it's got a good ratings. Yeah.
Listen, I'm gonna go quick because I'm sweating under this mask. 2 suggestions. 1, go play Persona 5. Number 2, watch Raising Kanan season 2. Don't hate, bro. Don't come in here with that.
I don't. I always wait till Power ends to watch it because I can't handle suspension of waiting each week.
Well, the season just ended.
Yep, so I'm gonna watch
all
it.
10 episodes of air, so you're good to go. Listen, Church of the Willie Beat coming through. It is hot. It is hot. I'm gonna get up out of this, bro. I am rushing to end the show.
It's your breath.
Probably. You ain't shit. I like you already. Shout out to the Willie Beaver coming through. His Twitter handle is in the description down below. He will be back again. I hope so. I would love to do some content with this brother. We get some stuff going, man. Shout out to you, man, for growing and doing your thing, bro.
Level 1 need a writer. Let me know. I did some journalism in my day.
Hey,
you're
we're
hired.
gonna have to link up. We're gonna have to link up. Listen, with all of that said, congratulations. You got loaded up 233. This is the hot ass Double XP podcast. And we out of here. Peace.
Singing.